Jonathan Mullen, how you doing, sir? Jonathan says, should you have qualification calls for the clients you take on? As an example, this is a very good question. For example, if your potential client doesn't have a front desk, there you go, or a sales team, or if they are a one-man band. Oh, man, these are all red flags. For example, if your client has no front desk, can't take sales calls with their one-man band. Damn, man. They don't even follow up properly. Shit. Yo, Jonathan, like, we're having a bad time, man. Like, if that's a client, holy crap. All right. Setting aside the jestness and my tongue-in-cheek comments, Jonathan's question is very, very valid. There are more solopreneur businesses that have no front desk, no sales call, and don't follow up, and they are a one-man band. Think of like any carpenter, any plumber, some car dealers, pretty much like anything where like, oh, that's the guy, like entirely referral-based businesses. Handyman or like this, you know, that's pretty much how it works. If your client is set up like this, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you have the following setup in your agency to deliver them the product the way they want to receive it. And that's key. Deliver the way they want to receive it. Kind of like Amazon, man. I'm not going to go pick up my warehouse, go to your warehouse and pick up my shit, drop it off at my front desk. Okay. Like it needs to match how I'm buying. And so for you in this case, where you have a potential client that has no front desk, no sales team, one-man band, and won't follow up, you should take on that responsibility, forward integrating these services and charge more or find a way. And I'll tell you what, a lot of my dentists, in my experience, are very similar to this. They are one or two man bands that have one or two front desks, and they're too busy and they don't qualify and blah, blah, blah. By the way, at one point with our agency, which are beginning to wind down because I'm kind of like burnt out on that. And a lot of people have told me, Jeff, you have a level 10 skill set with a level 2 opportunity. And I'm like, oh man, that hurt. Like when somebody said that to me, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, like that hurt. But we had 50 dentists, and out of the 50, I would say 80% fall into this bucket. So here's what we did. First things first is we would receive payment. They would give us money. That's the first thing. The second thing is I would say the best part about paying me money, Mr. Johnson, is I'm not going to request access to any of your assets. I don't want to touch your Facebook page. I don't want to integrate a pixel. I don't want to do any staff trainings, nothing like that. If that's what you want, man, you're going to have to go somewhere else because I don't want to do that with you at all. Amazon says, just give me your credit card. You get your stuff. We're going to do the same exact thing. They like that. Then what I would do is I would go take their credit card and set up a new ad account that I own. I would create it in their name. They would not have access to it. Set it up, use their credit card, put it on file with Facebook. I would create the ad account or create the campaign, normal campaign setup type of stuff. And I would use my personal Facebook page, not Jeff Miller. It would be like American Carpet Cleaning Club or American Furniture Installation USA or the Handyman of Florida Facebook page or something like that, like a forward-facing brand that I owned, so I didn't have to request access to their stuff, just like that. I would run the ad and run the campaign on their geography with their ad or their price points or something like that. Here's an example. When we brought on a dentist, I would say, look, Mr. Johnson, how much do you charge for your dental implants? They would say X price. I go, if we advertise that, do you think we'd get a whole bunch of people wanting to pay you money? They would say, I don't know, man. I would go, all right, so what price point do you think we should put out there? I only want people that know the price point beforehand. He goes, well, you know, what if somebody, like, they just bought it and now they see it on sales? Like, if somebody just bought your dental implants, they ain't going to sign up for a dental implant with a brand new Facebook business page that says American Dental Implants Club of America, man. They already bought it. They're out. And if they do, my operators will call them and say, like, hey, did you already buy an implant? They're going to go, yeah. I was like, well, come on. You don't need another one. And we disqualified them. They go, okay, fine. Instead of $3,800 for dental implant, let's try $2,200. Say, great. I'm going to go ahead and type this into Canva. It'll have, hey, Miami, dental implant starting at X price. This is what the ad looks like. They go, thanks. That's the ad I would use. Then I would set up the Facebook lead form and be tied to Dr. Miller or Dr. Rodriguez or Dr. Cohen or whoever. And I would shove that lead into our CRM. My clients would have access to none of this. All they get is a phone call, nothing else. The internals of the CRM, the lead goes in, we tag it accordingly. It goes into our pipelines. And we have a series of text messages, automations, before and afters, all saying, call us now, call us now, call us now. The phone would ring. My operators get on the phone and say, great, we'd be happy to make sure you're taken care of and ask you some qualifying questions. And if everything is kosher, I will transfer you to a general manager. They say, okay. We ask them qualifying questions. I said, well, based upon this and the fact that you want to buy within the next 45 days or you want to come in ASAP, I think I can get the general manager on the line to set that up for you. Is that okay? They say, sure. Put them on hold. Call the general manager. So for you, Jonathan, here's what I'm talking about. This is for your business. I call the GM, which is really the client. I go, yo, I got a live one. You want to take this call? They're like, yeah. You sure? They're like, yeah, okay, fine. And then I merge the call. Hey, Mrs. Johnson, this is Alice. Alice is looking for blah, blah, blah. Mrs. Johnson, here's some information about her. I'll let the two of you take it from here. See you later. Goodbye. And that's that live transfer. So what I did in my business is I experienced the same problem you have, Jonathan, which is the deck was stacked against us and we had to figure out a solution. And so my solution was building my business and owning the entire process up until the phone call. Now we don't have to worry about their front desk doing the follow-up. Now we don't have to worry about like their sales team or not. Now we can operate within their one-man band syndrome. And we don't have to worry about them following up because we will. So instead of being a local lead gen business, effectively, I became a dental consulting, lead generation, marketing, and selling company where all the dentist did is the fulfillment.